Hello, everybody. So, as promised, following our weekly collective energy reading between me and Divinity of Epiphany on Instagram, I do a YouTube follow up. It's happening on Tuesday this week because we had a lot of technical issues. Sunday and even yesterday we had technical issues, but there were ones that we managed to power through and get the collective reading done. So, without further ado, because I know you've all been impatiently waiting. So, we started with Healing Begins. Healing, people have been doing all this purging. People have been doing all this letting go, releasing the shadow work, and now's the time to start letting the wound heal. So you've dug into the wound, you've cleaned out all the stuff, you had the plasters ripped off by the universe, the guides, the ancestors, and here you are. The healing begins. But always remember that healing is an ongoing way that you begin to live when you release stuff and you surrender. It's not I went for a healing, or I did a healing course. No, it's an ongoing surrender to the process of healing. So whatever comes up anytime you need healing, it's an ongoing way. It's a healthy way of living that you allow healing. When you see yourself transmuting things faster, getting over things faster, being able to make sense of things faster, being able to say thank you to the universe, having gratitude for what's come up, you know that healing is really happening for you on a real natural way. It's not like forced. You're not bypassing at all. Then we had Seek the Truth. Seeking the truth was about seeking the truth of people outside yourself. Now, when this card come up, what I could see was a doorway, and it's up to you to choose to open that doorway, because the truth behind it could be something that you have been avoiding even though you know. So it can be about people around you, the truth of certain relationships around you, the truth of what certain people are. Now, if you've been going through the process, you will have noticed that you will have lost certain relationships, friends, maybe family members, because you are not in alignment with each other no more. The vibration between you has changed. But these are the people you have either bypassed because you thought there's no way are they a problem, or they purposefully have kind of hid themselves in the shadows so you can't see who they really are, or you know, and you have placed a blockage from the universe removing them because you for some reason have an emotional attachment to keeping them. Now this could be anyone. I mean, it could, as parents, it could be your child. As a child, it could be your parents. It could be your best friend. It could be your partner. It might be the shopkeeper, in which case you just go to a different shop, innit? But it could be anyone. So this is about being brave and to trust the universe as well. So if you feel like you know that you're okay with whatever happens and you trust the universe that it's got you because you are in alignment and you are working for the highest good of humanity, whoever the universe releases from your life as you open that door, you will trust that everything will be good. It will be fine, however it works out. Now, beyond the door, I saw a sea. So I felt like a sea of emotion is connected to whoever seeing the truth about the seeking of the truth, whoever seeing the truth about, there's a sea of emotion. So I feel there's an emotional connection. It's not just someone you just happen to know, like a university lecturer or something. It was no surprise that after that became Rebuild. And what I was saying for that is in the tarot pack, there's a tower card, and everyone, when they see the tower card, a bit like when they see death or the devil, and straight away they're like, and it's like, it's not all like that, is it? So, towers there, explodes, people are flying out of it, there's fire in the pack. What it is when that debris gone and you've cleaned it all away, you've got you can build your castle on solid ground now, not on the quicksand. You can build a strong castle. You ain't built anything that three little pigs are in, like the straw house and the sticks and the wolf huff and puff and blow your house in. No one will be able to huff and puff. No one will be able to huff and puff and blow your house in. If you think about if you stay lower vibrational, govern your mental, that's where you'll stay. If you, at the moment, being governed, govern your mental, that's where you'll stay. If you're above that, where keep saying in my readings, the collective has to be in the number 9, because 9 is completion. And I saw in a dream last year us having to jump from the number 8, because that's the infinity, out of the number 8. But we all had to jump the ones who were going to jump had to jump together. So it's the collective who are ready for completion, jumping together. You dig? You with me? So we get to rebuild. And rebuild with the right vibration. Now, I've done a video yesterday on are people really ready for the 5D? And the rebuild will have to not contain the things that belong in this 3D, like judgment and hate and revenge and anger and all that pettiness. That can't exist in the 5D. So the rebuild will have to make sure it's made of the materials that are right for the 5D, because otherwise they can't be there and you won't be there. So that's come for me now. That didn't come up for me in the live to connect them to, but it's come up for me now. The one after that was heart chakra. Very much now, as we ascend, your chakras will become very love-centered. So even though they'll all still have their own function, they're very love-centered. And you, especially to keep your throat chakra going, the love, you speak the love. Because if your throat chakra locks down, you have no access to your third eye, and your third eye cannot turn within then and look up to your heavenly access, your higher self. So when you're not speaking, love is the only truth in a lot of senses. Real love, the real universal power that is love, it's a creative, powerful force. And it comes from here, that you speak it. You speak truth. Speaking truth honors love. And the whole creator, the all, is manifest of love. Love, a creative, you know what? The English language sometimes is so limiting as to expressing deep concepts of real feeling that is beyond most human capacity. When I say love, I'm not talking about the wishy-washy dishwater, piss bucket love that a lot of humans say. I'm talking about the real creative force beyond the all that underpins the universe, that has to remain in balance. And that's why, as above so below, we have to keep everything in balance. Sometimes I get a bit passionate. Finally, the 5th card, because what happened this week, I usually pick 3, but I picked 2, and on the third, 3 threw themselves out, and they correlated as well with notes that Sarah of Epiphany of Divinity had made before as well. So they were in alignment, so I kept them, because sometimes you have an intuition that cards that fly out were just that you had fumbly hands. Sometimes you know that they, pardon me, were meant to be. You know. So final card. Messed about now. Like, where's the final card? I'll put it upside down. Choose your battles. This reminded me of, you know, the stone carved out in the mountains of the United States presidents. So choose your battles. But what I felt when I when I saw that card and went into it was choose your battles with yourself. Like, what things are worth you trying to battle within yourself, or what things are you supposed to just accept as part of you and what you came here to be, and it's been what's underpinned you being who you are now and what you do to help people. Sometimes some of the things we've been through, some of the traumas we've been through, are supposed to be a springboard for the help that we give people. Now, everything is something that should be kind of dismantled and swept away, because some of it holds gems of the essence of what our purpose is here to do. Many people say we made soul contracts. So in our soul contract, everything that happened to us would be something that we had said we needed to happen to us. So what I'm not saying is just sit in trauma and not sorting anything and not transmute it. But what I am saying is there's some things in your lives that have made you who you are now, and them things are the things that you are using in this time to help others in humanity to shift themselves. And every time you're able to transmute something within yourself, that feeds into the collective the possibility of doing that. So that helps somebody else to be able to have the strength to transmute their things. And remember, we are setting the pathway for the way showers, or them children who are coming through. We are laying them foundations for them. We are planting the seeds for them to be able to rule New Earth without the same kind of limitations which we have in this dualistic society and dualistic matrix that we have kind of felt locked into. But choose your battles also felt with. A lot of us are more and more like human lie detectors. There's going to be people who talk to you and they're telling little white lies. Choose your battles. You don't have to call them out on everything. Sometimes just let people lie. I have to learn this myself as well, because I have some people around me who like to, I'll say lie. Lie's not the right word. They do this white lie thing a lot. And it's, that's where they are. Your outer truth is very much likely a reflection of the level of truth you meet yourself with. So they're meeting themselves with not a great level of truth either. So the way the truth they give to me is a reflection of that. And then I have to question what levels I'm coming with as well, as to why I'm experiencing this. Am I helping them mirror something, or is it something I've got to look at me? Now, as I've said in a short video on my daily inspirations on my Instagram, oracle_Sophia, you don't always have to go through the mental process with everything with this. Don't always dig holes for yourself. Again, choose your battles. So if you think something might be a reflection for you, give it to the universe, give it to your ancestors, whatever you do, give it to your guides, give it to the angels, whatever you do, and ask them to make sense for you. And it might come through in a dream, it might come through in a message, a friend might talk to you and say something. Don't always drain your mental capacity out with analysing every conversation that you have and try and connect it to spiritual or trauma or some type of inner child. It's not always so deep. And sometimes all that stuff anchors you away from that alignment to self, from the heart center, through the throat chakra, through the third eye, alignment to self, all that mental buzz that can go about with trying to work out, is it me? Is it I am a problem? Am I the one? It can all cause a fuzz that can send that all way off. You know, like a firework that's been lit and it falls over and shoots in the wrong direction. A bit like that. You had it all right there and then it was like, boom! Yeah. So yeah, they were the cards for this week. So that's the energy for the collective. Obviously, we've just had the pink supermoon, which happened about 4 o'clock in the morning. So most people were kind of digging into it last night, but it did happen about 4 in the morning in the UK. I'm in the UK, as you can tell. So the energy's still here right now. About the day of the full moon and 2 days either side of it, the energies are there to be harnessed. So within the UK, it happened today, like 4 in the morning. And as I speak, it is 9:46 a.m. in the UK. So it's only 5 hours ago. So we're still in the first day of it. So you still got another 2 days of that energy to work with. So whatever I've said in these, whatever I pick up each week for the collective energy, what we've found is often it covers that week, but there'll be residue things into the next week, and some of the things, depending on the time your spirit's working at, can go over for longer than that. So whenever you see this video, it might not be this week, but it might be right for you at that time. I always say that everything's in its own divine timing, so you might see this at the right time for you. So thank you for listening in onto today's reading. I think I've done this a bit long. Oh yeah, because there was 5 cards and not 3, so I forgive myself. And I'll see you next week. Thank you. Like, subscribe, share, be really appreciated. For other content on my channel, if you got any suggestions, I'll be really happy. Join me for it's usually Sundays 7:30, Oracle_Sophia on Instagram, to do the weekly live reading, and on Tuesdays the_divine_tribe_channel with me, Sarah Epiphany, Nadine, doing talks, diving deep on everything spiritual, all the things that are coming up, all the energies, the topics that are coming up. We've got some things on Spotify, we've got some things on our YouTube channel. We do the live Instagram podcast, but we're going to be doing more for Spotify. So if you've got any suggestions for subjects you would like us to tackle, please let us know by commenting on the post or messaging one of us individually. Thank you very much for joining me once again. I've been Oracle Sophia and Namaste.